General mage changes for the Mists of Pandaria. Keep in mind beta is beta and everything might change. For all I know, mages are getting removed in the next patch, like Ret Paladins. Mages as a whole have been streamlined, as is the case with most classes. Talents are now geared towards offering survivability and control, and little in the way of damage increasing abilities. Also, buff spells have drastically changed, as has the class as a whole. With their specializations as they are now, it seems that mages require much more finesse to play at higher levels, and are more streamlined and simple for the average casual player. Let's start with mage abilities. Mana Shield, Mage Ward, Blast Wave, and Flame Orb have all been removed from the game. Also, Scorch and Ring of Frost are no longer given to a mage, and must be talented into. Furthermore, Fireball, Frostbolt, as well as Arcane Blast and Missiles are only available through their respective specializations. Although a lot of spells have been taken away from the standard mage arsenal, there have been some awesome additions with the following abilities now just given to a mage through normal leveling: Deep Freeze, Shatter, and Burning Soul. This goes without mentioning the new ability, Alter Time, which works similar to the Hourglass in the End Time dungeons, where you will return to the state that you were in 4 seconds ago. We know that this affects health, mana, and location. It's currently broken in the beta, and so I can't speak to its actual effectiveness, but I suspect it will return procs, such as Hot Streak and Arcane Missiles, but not return cooldowns, such as Combustion and Shard of Woe. As mentioned, mage buffs are currently different. Arcane Brilliance now increases spell damage by 10%, up from 6, and grants 5% critical chance. Molten Armor will always grant 5% crit, up from 3 without a glyph. Also, it reduces physical effects duration, such as Thunderclap, by 25%. Mage Armor now increases Mastery by 5, and magic effects have their duration shortened by 30%. Frost Armor increases haste by 5%, and attackers have their movement speed reduced by 30% for 5 seconds. As for talents, they're pretty unique, but please keep in mind that talents have nothing to do with your specialization anymore. Whether you are Fire, Frost, or Arcane, you will always have access to the same talents, and can pick only one from each tier. The first tier is all about movement. You get Presence of Mind, which works exactly the same as it does on live, Scorch, which can be used on the move, and a new ability called Icy Flows. This allows you to cast 2 spells while moving, with the exception of Evocation and Teleport. Tier 2 is about protection. Ice Barrier is on steroids and shields the mage for 30% of their health. Blazing Speed has been tweaked and is no longer random, but an on-demand ability, with a 25-second cooldown. And Temporal Shield, a new ability, places a shield on you for 4 seconds. Then, when the shield drops, the damage that you took while the shield was up is healed back over 6 seconds. Tier 3 is about control. Ring of Frost is the same as it is on live, but now with a 1.5 second cast. Frostjaw is an 8 second PvE silence and a 4 second PvP silence that also freezes a target in place. This is not a stun. And Ice Ward allows you to place a ward on a friendly target, which will cast Frost Nova when an enemy attacks the ally. Tier 4 basically allows you to cheat death. Cold Snap resets the standard Frost cooldowns and restores 30% of your health. Cauterize works as it does on live, and Improved Invisibility makes your invisibility instant and reduces the damage you take by 90% while invisible, and for 3 seconds thereafter. Tier 5 gives you Living Bomb-esque spells, including, unsurprisingly, Living Bomb. Frost Bomb is a new ability that places a bomb on the target which explodes after 5 seconds, dealing AoE damage. And Nether Vortex, which is like Living Bomb, except instead of doing AoE damage at the end of the dot duration, it constantly sends out little arcane bolts to nearby enemies. Tier 6 is currently untestable, but here's the lowdown. Invocation removes the CD for Evocation and gives you a buff after the Evocation channel. Rune of Power places a Rune of Power on the ground that gives you plus 15% spell power while standing in it. And Enchanter's Ward works like Mana's Shield does for an arcane mage on life. It gives you a damage boost once it's used. Enchanter's Ward also grants 8% passive spell power. As for glyphs, I won't go through them all because that would be boring, but I will tell you my 5 favourites. Glyph of Fire Blast, which will always spread the damage of your bomb spells. Ice Lance, which makes your Ice Lance hit 2 targets. Ice Block, which gives you spell immunity for 3 seconds after a cancel. Mana Gem, which gives you 10 mana gems, and why this is a glyph I don't know, it should be standard, it's absolutely retarded. And Blink Momentum, which sends you the way you are moving, rather than the way you are facing when you use Blink. Thank you for watching, and to see a preview of Frost, Fire or Arcane, hit the annotations below.